I'm sorry, Tom Cotton. I lost my space there. Sorry, Senator. Thank you for having us. Let me get one quick take from you. It seems that a recession is unavoidable. Are you worried that it lingers?
Neil, I'm worried first and foremost about the public health of the American people. Of course, the best way to end the recession that probably started 2 months ago in China and then swept its way around the world is to stop the spread of this virus. If we do that, the economy will heal and the markets will come back.
I think you're right about that. Senator, I'm curious, though. I mean, a lot of the political squabbling at least has ebbed a little bit. It's been toned down. People are trying to, get on the same page on all of this. The administration arguing that it is doing everything in its power to protect the American people, including this latest suggestion to limit gatherings to no more than 10 people. What do you think of that?
So, Neil, I think the time has come for extraordinary measures. So I would suggest everyone follow the guidance that President Trump just announced in your local communities or your states. If your governor or your mayor has expressed even sterner guidance, I would follow those as well. I think we need to be prepared for whatever you might call it, a quarantine, a shutdown, a curfew, etc. We need to be prepared for a situation where the only people going to work should be those providing essential services, food, medicine, electricity, water, sanitation, and so forth.
Senator, are you worried that some of the ideas being bandied about, and all with good intentions to either help the airline industry, to help businesses and the rest, and the fact that it is not necessarily going to get people who are, hunkering down in their homes, even talk of a payroll tax that might be welcome for some, but might not incentivize them enough to leave those homes because they're scared of this thing?
Yeah, Neil, I think the relief needs to be focused directly on affected workers and their families. That's one reason why I think the House bill shouldn't pass the Senate as written. It doesn't go far enough and it doesn't go fast enough. We have systems in place like the unemployment insurance system that can get checks out to affected workers immediately. We can treat them as if they're unemployed, if they've got the virus or they've been quarantined or their business has been furloughed either at the decision of local authorities with so many restaurants and bars or the business owner, or for that matter, if they're like so many Arkansans today having to stay home from work because their child's school has closed. We need to focus on getting cash and the equivalent of cash into the hands of those workers and their families so they can buy groceries and pay the bills for the short duration that the most intense phase of this crisis will likely last in the coming weeks.
Do you worry, though, that it accelerates of its own, and so does the fear, whether justified or not? I'm not talking about Wall Street. I'm talking about people now who are hearing, particularly in New York, where all school systems have been shut down, echoing what's happening across the country, where 11 million kids are now, handling things remotely from their homes. It occurs at a time where restaurants, bars, and the like are forced to all but shut down and then serve only takeout and delivery. I'm wondering what you see being the multiplier effect here.
Well, I think the multiplier effect could be pretty severe, but if we take these extraordinary measures, painful though they may be, hardships though they may impose, it will arrest the spread of the virus more quickly. And that's ultimately the way we get the economy back on its feet and we get markets back, is to stop the spread of the virus. It's better to be accused of overreacting in retrospect than underreacting. Look at what's happened in Italy. 2 weeks ago, Italians were sitting in cafes, sipping wine and coffee. Today, elderly Italians are being denied care and administered last rites because their healthcare system is completely overtaxed. We can avoid that fate here if we act quickly now.
All right, Senator, thank you very, very much. Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas joining us from Washington, D.C. The senator was